Hello, Old Outdoor Broad here with yet another installment talking about my cochlear implant and how my hearing journey is coming along. And I have an update regarding the battery charging experience while camping. So, when I first went out camping, that would have been the Death Valley trip. I reported after that the charging of the battery worked great. I had no problem. And that's exactly how it went. A couple weeks after Death Valley, I went out to the Great Orion Dark Sky Festival. This time, an interesting thing happened. I woke up in the middle of the night, which I do a fair amount, and I just looked at the charger to make sure everything was okay. And lo and behold, the indicator light on the charger was red. Now, this is an Advanced Bionics product. Their charger has three light modes. Blue is charging, green is charged, and red is there's a problem. So it's the middle of the night, nothing to do about it. I took it off the charger because I was concerned. I didn't want it to, catch fire or anything. And the next day, just for fun, I slipped it back on, and it showed green or blue. It didn't show red. And so I said, well, okay, let me see what happens. So I slipped it off and I put it on my device and I wore it, and it was fine all day. So, and that was the only incident that happened. Okay. And I was only out there for a couple of nights. This wasn't a long trip, it was a very short trip. Then, about a month after that, I went to Zion. And at Zion, what happened was same thing. I put the battery on the charger and I got a red light. Now, I put it on my device and it still worked. And it worked okay. And this went on for the first couple of days. Then I noticed I put it on the charger and very quickly it went to red. Didn't do blue hardly at all. Went to red really fast. And so I thought, okay, there's something isn't right here. And lo and behold, when I put it on in the morning, you get these two beeps when the battery is low. And then when it runs out, boom, it's just gone. So you get two or three of those two beep warnings. I think you get two of them. And then the third time, you're just going to lose power and the device won't work. And that's what happened. And that happened in the morning. So I don't know why there was a delay. I don't know why it was fine on the first trip and then had problems. I can only assume, my assumption is that it has something with the power source, which in this case in my tent is a battery, a battery powering a charger that is then charging yet another battery. And so it's all DC. But like I mentioned in that last video, excuse me, the video after the camping, the first camping experience, I did have my little emergency pack with the manual battery situation. So that's what I had to do for the last day. I mean, this was the last day of my trip, but I had to go manual. Now, when you buy these batteries, let me just refresh your memories here. Here it is. This is the body, and you just see that little doodad on the top there. Kind of hard to get it focused, but you just click that, and a little cassette slides out. And this little cassette takes two 675 button batteries, and I had bought them. I had them in my little emergency kit. And the wheel, they come in this little wheel packaging, has 2, 4, 6, I believe, total batteries, the wheel that I bought. So I had to do that. Woo! And then, I wrote 675 on this thing, so I would remember what size batteries to get. I have a little lighting problem this afternoon. So what I did was, once I had to go to the manual method, there's a couple things that are important about that. Uh, Take this off your device at night, because it's just going to keep powering the device whether the device is on your head or not, right? And then you're running down your batteries. So just pull that out at night. You just slide it off. That's how it slides onto the device right there. And then slide it back on in the morning. It turns out what I did when I got home is I just left it on the manual because I wanted to see how long they actually lasted. The rep at Advanced Bionics, when I asked about it, said they would last 3 days. And lo and behold, that's what it was, 3.5 days, to be a little more accurate. So now I know how many batteries I need for X amount of trip, because that's what I'm going to have to do. I have two rechargeable batteries, but I'm not going to risk damaging them. And I think this one that I was using, which was the smaller one, I think it is damaged. I say that because a couple times I've been here at home, it charges okay at home on an AC, with the AC adapter plugged into the wall. It seems to charge fine. However, it's not lasting as long. And so I suspect it was either a defective battery to begin with, or again, there's something with the charging, battery to battery charging, that just isn't working. I tried going online to find out about the red light, but basically all I can find is that if you get a red light, something's wrong. And the Advanced Bionics video about the red light is very short, and it says just slide it off and on again, the charger. It doesn't mention anything about the power source. Now, one thing I didn't try, I'm sure you all remember that I mentioned I have a Goal Zero Yeti 500, which of course has an inverter in it. And I did not try putting it on the inverter and using AC. And I didn't do that because, number one, I didn't want to bring that thing into the tent. And then number two, I didn't want to leave it on all night. The inverter would have to be on, the battery would have to be on. It probably has enough juice to do that, but I just didn't want to do that. So I'm going to just wait and run some more experiments at future outdoor events. So wanted to share that. Don't ruin your batteries on a battery to battery recharge situation. And then just a general note, things are going well. I had an appointment with my audiologist the other day, and I'm at 92% comprehension. And what this means is, woo, I can now get a left hearing aid. So again, when you get the implant, your brain has to relearn how to hear, and how to hear specifically with the types of signals that the implant sends to your brain. So you can't have the other ear. And they said if your hearing is too good in your other ear, they actually have you plug it the whole time so that the device is doing all the work, the device with your brain. So they didn't need to plug my left ear because the volume issue in it is so bad. But now I'm going to get that. So that's probably, I don't know, they got to custom make the earpiece, and they'll call me when it's ready. But now it's going to really kick in. A lot of the echoey noise has cleared up. Let's see, I had the surgery in January. I actually got fitted for the device in February. It's now May. A lot of the echoey noise is cleared up, and the audiologist can do some programming that helps that too. It's really interesting. You do these little word exercises on your phone, and M's and N's at the beginning of words have a little buzz to them. And it's the same buzz that I got in my right ear pre-implant when they would feed words in to see what my hearing was. All it did was buzz. So it's the same thing. So my brain is still struggling with certain sounds, hence the 92%, right, instead of 100%. But I can tell you, overall, things are so much more clear. It's amazing, and I'm really excited about getting the left now, because I comprehend almost 100% of my left ear. It's just all volume. So when that volume, the right volume and tone and all that is added, that's going to be huge. No more confusion about how many coyotes are around me and whether or not they're going to attack, right? I should be able to discern distance and direction of sound once I get that left hearing aid. So that's it. Just wanted to give you that quick little update about my recent experiences. And probably the next time you'll hear from me, if there's no other major equipment issue to report, will be when I get the left hearing aid. And I can talk about the difference that that makes. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. And I will be hearing you in the old outdoors. Thanks again.